Hey YouTube! So today I wanted to talk about a fun topic. Because I don't want all of my videos to be so deep and serious all the time. I just thought that every once in a while I'd mix it up a little and throw in some, some topics, some discussions that might be a little fun and interesting. And maybe something that you never really thought about before or had it cross your mind before. So today, I wanted to bring up something which I've kind of has been on my back of my mind for a while, ever since I had this conversation with some of my friends. And they were talking about the subject of bromances, or man crushes. Now, according to the Urban Dictionary, a man crush is when a straight man has a crush on another man, nothing sexual, but he kind of idolizes him. And apparently, the unspoken rule is you're allowed to have two man crushes, or bromances, or I guess a combination between the two. Bromance is essentially when you have two straight guys who are very, very close, and they pretty much are almost attached to the hip because they're always hanging out together. So apparently straight men are allowed to have two. And I guess if you happen to have more than two, then maybe you're supposed to start questioning your sexuality. Maybe you're kind of meandering into the bisexual zone. I don't know how the rules work. And I guess I was wondering what happens if you sort of lose, like if you sort of stop having a man crush on one person, does that open up that slot? Like if I stop having, a straight man stops having a man crush on this one person, say, I don't know, Will Smith, does that mean that they're allowed to have, if they already had another man crush, that they're allowed to have one with George Clooney? What do you guys think? I have no idea. And then women, I guess, the ladies, the straight women, of course, aren't excluded from this either. They're allowed to have lady crushes. In fact, I think they're actually allowed to have 5 lady crushes, or something to that effect. So, naturally, when my friends were having this conversation, I was wondering, so what about us gay folk? Like, obviously, we don't have man crushes. Well, we do have man crushes, but, actual man crushes. But are we allowed to have lady crushes? And if we are allowed to have lady crushes, how many lady crushes can we have before we start questioning our gayness? I guess if the unspoken rule is straight men can have 2 man crushes and straight women can have 5 lady crushes, then gay guys can have 3? Maybe then lesbian women can have 7? I, again, don't know how that works. And I guess all you bisexual people out there kind of get a little left out on that, because I don't know if man crushes or lady crushes apply to you guys, but maybe you can reason out another way that I guess you're able to participate in that too. If I were to have, let's say that I was allowed to have 2 lady crushes, who would my lady crushes be? And I had to think about that for a second. And I think I have right now, at this point in my life, have 2 lady crushes. And number 1 definitely would be for me Anne Hathaway. Anne Hathaway, I swear, is one of the most beautiful women, inside and out, I have ever seen. She's very elegant, she's very eloquent, she's very witty, and she has such a charming personality. I mean, what's not to like about Anne Hathaway? She's been in great, great, great movies. I loved her in every single film that I've ever seen her on. You know, she's hosted a number of award shows very, very, very well. You know, and every time you see her on interviews or the like, she just seems very, very comfortable, seems very, very poised, seems very confident, but not in a, she never comes off as being arrogant, you know, despite the fact that she's such a beautiful woman, in my opinion. Um, you know, she truly is, I think, a great role model for women, and I think in general she is one of those female celebrities that don't seem to be jaded, don't seem to be affected in a way that I guess a lot of female celebrities these days are placed in that negative light. Um, so yeah, I think definitely Anne Hathaway is my #1 lady crush. And then if I really had to pick a second lady crush, that took me a lot longer to think about. And I think it would have to be, don't judge me please, don't laugh at me please, but I'm gonna have to say Buffy. Yes, that Buffy from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Not the movie, but the actual series. And not Sarah Michelle Gellar. I mean, Sarah Michelle Gellar, of course, is awesome, I'm sure, as a person, and she's a great actress, actor, whatever is more politically correct these days. I'm talking about the character that she portrays, Buffy, because, sure, she's very beautiful, and she's very strong. She's got that whole chosen thing going on about her. But, you know, I always loved her wit. I thought her personality was just... I was always very drawn to Buffy's personality. And not just only her physical strength, but her strength and will mentally as well. Always admired her. I mean, if I was a girl, I would definitely consider her one of my idols. Her character, again, as being one of my idols. And I was very, very upset to see the series end. But I'm reading the comics now. Season 8. Yay, Season 8. So yeah, there I am geeking about Buffy. But hopefully for you Buffy fans, you can appreciate it. So yeah, I just wanted to know what your thoughts were on this topic. Whether or not you think 2 is the actual magic number that should be a limit to the number of man crushes for straight guys, 5 for lady crushes for straight women, and then the gay guys and the lesbian women, how many they can have, and then we have the bisexual folk, and I don't know how they fit into all of that. But yeah, just but you know, generally, what are your thoughts? And if you could give your main man crush or lady crush, who would it be? Anyway, that's it for today. So until next time, love yourselves and love each other.